Well, I like how the EA symbol has blood on it. It symbolizes the blood of their workers who wanted to make a fun game but got put on a shitty sports title. It's a very deep thing.
Hey, do you want to know a secret on the loading screen?
Sure. EA. Oh, I never noticed that. Dead space. EA and then EA down.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sync on press any key in 3, 2, 1. Do you think that's on purpose?
No! It's just them writing dead space.
I think it might be on purpose.
I don't think so.
I'm going to sync on continue in 3, 2, 1. I think it's on purpose.
Definitely.
Did you know there's an A in loading? I'm going to sync on start in 3, 2, 1.
Did you know there's an E in resume?
And resume in 3, 2, 1. Isaac has to submit his resume.
Did you know there's both an E and an A in pause?
Did you know that there's no E in team?
Wait a minute.
There's no E in team.
Did you know there's no A in team either? It's just TM.
It's a trademark.
Yeah, but you just kind of fill in the blanks.
So I've destroyed the...
Poison dads.
What's making that noise? Recycle the atmosphere. Once the poison pods are all destroyed, I can return to the atmosphere. I'll unlock food storage. Then I poison the Leviathan. Got it.
Okay, let's go do that.
Okay. Alright.
How's Puppy Bear this fine day?
I'm a little concerned as to where I'm going, but otherwise I'm good.
So, was this game heavily inspired by Alien? Because Alien, like, had the whole mining ship thing, and this game has the whole mining ship thing. Do you think, like, somebody watched that movie and then got the idea for this game and, you know, started writing it down?
I think that parts of it are inspired by Alien and other things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking around to make sure nothing's going to come out at me over here.
Yeah, it makes sense that it would be inspired by other horror things too, but I can definitely see the inspiration from the movie Alien. But it's still very different too, which I enjoy.
I'm really cheesing this.
I know. People are gonna yell at you in the comments and tell you that you're stinky. And you know what? I'm not gonna disagree with them this time.
This time?
This time.
Did you disagree with them before?
Yes.
See, that was your first mistake.
How was that my first mistake? Sometimes I have to defend my husband.
No, come on. Oh, alright.
That door doesn't stay open long enough.
No, but they made a mistake giving me this power.
Yeah, they did. It makes the game a lot less hard. There you go. There you go. Good.
Also, people were pointing out that we should go into rooms and destroy the bodies earlier on.
Oh, you've been doing that throughout the entire game.
I've missed some.
Oh.
And I think they were just saying that it would make there be less xenomorphs if we destroy some more of the bodies as we go.
Oh, so they do come back as, like the people who are dead on the floor come back as xenomorphs?
Well, yes, the already dead bodies. Do you think it matters that this is turned like that?
No, I don't think it matters at all.
Okay.
We already tested the audio.
Well, we will avoid that creepy man.
You should kill those.
Well, I think we can smash some of these bodies, actually, right now.
There you go. Get another leg or two. Well, yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Really just pull some of those limbs off just cuz.
If anyone gets mad at me, I'm doing what the comments said. So you should blame people in the comments.
You should. You should blame each other and get into a fight.
Cause a civil war.
Better.
Isaac, where are you? Help me.
Help me.
I don't think this is really her.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's an alien.
Let's save. Save that progress we made.
Nice. You should start saving on the other file too, just in case of a crash or something sometime.
Yeah, have I not been?
No.
Yeah, I did. Like, the last time I saved, I think, was on the other file. Look, it's only 8 minutes prior.
No.
I think you're just wrong.
Flushing all air vents.
Ooh.
Restoring nitrogen and oxygen levels.
Okay, this is good.
Storage lockdown lifted.
Good. Air is back on.
Okay, so they're going to send me that way. Here's the thing I was going to tell you, by the way. Did you see, well, maybe you didn't see, they showed some footage of the remake of this game. Mm-hmm. And Isaac talks in it, which he does talk in other ones later, but I find it kind of weird that they did that.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that to me. I don't know if it was in the Let's Play, but you said that you thought it was odd because he's usually for the most part, silent protagonist.
In the first game.
Yeah, and I thought that was actually a really unique thing, and I wish they would have kept that going.
Yeah, I don't understand why they would change that, I guess.
I don't know, but you showed me earlier this, like, thing. I don't remember what it was, like a clip for the new remake. And it was of the ship, and there was, like, what's it called? You know, when they use those blinking lights to communicate, what's that called again?
Morse code.
Yeah, they were using Morse code, and it said, like, make us whole again. I thought that was pretty darn cool.
Oh, yeah, so there are teases for it. I don't know if this is true, I could be wrong, and someone can correct me in the comments, but my understanding is some of the people that are working on this game are some of the same people who made Star Wars Squadrons for EA, and I really didn't care for that game very much. Mm-hmm. And it's not the original team making this again, so that kind of worries me.
Why don't they have some of the people who made this game doing the remake?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Hydroponics log, this is Dr. Cross. It's hard for me to believe what I'm seeing here. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to the mining deck. I hear that's where survivors are gathering. Jacob, I'll wait for you there.
They fired him.
All of them?
Basically, they got rid of Visceral Games, which made the original Dead Space. And 2. So, it's really annoying. I'm slightly concerned that they're going to cut me off, so really quickly, Visceral Games made Dead Space 1, and then they made Dead Space 2, both are considered great. They went on to make Dead Space 3, but it was heavily interfered with by the studio.
The poison wasn't strong enough. It's still alive. Get in there and kill it before it contaminates the entire ship.
So, it was, basically, oh my gosh.
Entering zero gravity.
It was heavily interfered with, in terms of, like the EA making them include things like co-op.
That looks like my mom. When I looked up in the shower when I was a little baby, and she had her legs spread.
Okay, well, that's accurate actually. I mean, I've also seen that. On your mom.
Anyway, yeah, so they're going to be profiting off of the creativity of the original team's work, and not allow them to come back to make what they created in the first place.
Correct.
That kind of seems a little messed up, doesn't it?
Yeah, but EA owns it. I mean, it's not like the property should never be able to be used again. My issue with it isn't that. It's that they are so damn stupid with how they wasted that team originally and basically interfered with what that team wanted to make and changed it, and then punished that team when it didn't sell well, even though the team said, hey, we don't want to make it this way. The team literally said, like, we want to focus on a narrative-based single-player experience again, and they said no. They basically pushed for multiplayer in Dead Space 2. And
EA is so stupid.
So there is a multiplayer type thing in Dead Space 2. And then, oh shit.
I'm so sick of every single game having multiplayer. Like, I want a narrative-based single-player experience, and a lot of other people do too.
Yes. So, also, I might have screwed myself, because I don't have enough ammo.
Like, to be honest, like, I fucking hate other people. I don't want to have to play another game against a bunch of other people that I don't know or care about again. And for like the last 19 years of my life, I did not have any friends or a boyfriend to play any games with.
See, why do you not talk this loud when we're testing the audio?
Stop interrupting me. I never had any friends or a boyfriend to play games with.
Well, you're yelling right now.
So like, multiplayer games for me were either play against random people and not have fun, or like find a friend that I didn't like all that much to play with and not have fun. It was like, I wanted a thing that I could do on my own and enjoy myself with on my own, because I don't like people. So what is so hard to understand about that? There's a lot of other people like that in this world. We don't need everything to have multiplayer.
Can I talk, or am I gonna get in trouble?
Yeah, you can talk now.
Okay, you were kind of yelling.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you. You're not gonna hear any argument about that from me or anyone. Everyone agreed, but I will say some of your favorite games are multiplayer, so that argument kind of goes out the window a little bit. But
yeah, but that's because I have friends now to play it with, and I've kind of gotten addicted to the whole playing with my friends in real life thing more than playing with random people online. Like, I love playing with you, and I love playing with Nate, and I love playing with your friend Chris, and I enjoyed playing Animal Crossing with my friend Mick when that came out. It's just, when you have friends, those games are really, really fun to play, but you also sometimes just want to play something on your own, too.
Yeah, I mean, but there are... See, the thing is, like, I agree. Is there something I can do with that? Can I fire that back at him? I guess kind of. It kind of worked. I do agree. I'm really focusing on this, sorry.
That's okay.
But
I think what you're probably trying to say is that, like, you think not everything needs multiplayer, but it's okay when some things do.
Yeah, like, I don't really care. I just think Dead Space didn't need multiplayer.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I'm not against multiplayers in general. Like, I like them in a lot of different games. I just don't think every single thing needs them. I don't think Dead Space really needed one. I honestly don't really even think Batman needed one, but they kind of put that in there anyway.
Yeah, I thought they at least made something unique and fun, though, with that. Dead Space 2's multiplayer is basically just kind of like a generic thing, and then it's a cool idea with 3 because there's interesting implementation to it, but 3 went so far away from what they wanted it to be and became basically an action game where you designed your own weapons and they were super overpowered and you could kill everything with, like, you know, like the Ripper? You could design your own weapon that was almost like the Ripper, but it had, like, plasma coming out of it and shit.
Oh my.
You did it. Hammond, do you read? Oxygen levels are returning to normal. Damn it. He's gone again. No sign of his rig anywhere. It's up to us now. I've got a plan to get off this ship. I've located an SOS beacon on the mining deck. If you can get down there and activate it, we might be able to send a distress call. Oh God. I don't know how much longer that dark will hold.
I think we gotta save Kendra.
I've been looking to try and see if I missed it. Yeah, there we go. There it is.
I don't know. I was gonna say, like, I think with games like this in particular, I really just wanted it to stay multiplayer, and I
Single player?
Yeah, single player, and I'm hoping... I guess I was kind of hoping that the original team would be working on the new one for this, because I know that they would make it a genuinely really good experience.
Yeah, so they basically, here's the thing that I was going to say before we got in this boss fight. Can I not do anything with that now? No. They blamed Visceral for it. So what EA did was they interfered heavily with the game, and then when Visceral did what they said and that it didn't sell well enough, they shut down Visceral.
Yeah, and they punished everyone for the actions of...
themselves.
Yeah, and that's not very fair. That's really mean, and it's mean to that Visceral
Well, you
people.
can't spell mean without EA.
That's actually really true!
Yeah, sorry I was so focused on that. I was also trying to let you say what you were saying, but,
You know, the thing with EA these days is, like, I'm very upset, in particular, at their want for so much money, like, overpricing things so much, too. Because today we were at the store, and we saw a Sims expansion pack, which I know for a fact does not have, like, a ton in it, but it has some cool stuff in it. It was $40. And do you want to know how much the game, the full Sims 4 game, I'm pretty sure is right now? Like $60. You're pretty much buying the entire full game again, but it's an expansion pack with less than a quarter of the things in it that you would get in the full game.
right.
That is ridiculous. It is not $40 worth of stuff in it at all.
No.
And it's also an older pack, too. It's like, I think, it's one of the ones that came out recently, but I'm pretty sure there's a newer out one. It's 2 that's out, you know. I'm sorry, I can't
Did you have a stroke?
I'm sorry, I'm having a problem.
Calm down.
I'm sorry, I just got so annoyed at EA for making that pack like $40 when in the past for Sims 3, expansion packs were like $30 at the most. You know, at the most. Usually they were like 20 to 25.
Yeah. Well, EA doesn't care. That's the problem, is that they've moved past caring, in my opinion. Now, the thing with this is that the new team, it does look like they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at what they put out so far in terms of this game, what they're showing. Mm-hmm. It does look good, but I guess my issue with it is that it is an unproven team to me for this property, and I already don't like that they're changing certain things. Like, I actually preferred Isaac not talking. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of thought he shouldn't have talked in the other games either, because he doesn't talk in this.
You know, the thing with that is, not only does it kind of make him a bit more mysterious, and it makes you kind of feel a bit more,
like you are the character.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it makes you feel like you're playing, like that's you. And in a weird way, it makes you feel more connected to him.
Yeah, because you're the one talking for him in a way.
Uh-huh.
I'm fine with characters who talk, Lara Croft, Master Chief, all these characters, but I thought that this character worked the way he was. I never understood why that was changed originally, and I don't fully understand why it's being changed now. I thought he worked this way, and to follow up with what you were saying with EA, it's not an EA problem, believe it or not. It is just a corporation problem in general. Nobody wants to make money. They want to make all the money.
Yeah.
And that's my big issue with these corporations making this stuff, is that nobody's satisfied with, hey, we made, like, let's say $10 million. No one's satisfied with that. They're like, but we didn't make $50 million. And you can't run everything thinking that everything is like the MCU or Transformers or something that's going to pull in $1 billion. Not everything works that way. I'm sorry. And if you wanted to, nothing will get made.
And the thing is, these people are also trying to do this thing where they want to spend like $1,000 making said thing and then make back $50,000.
Right, put as little in as possible to get the maximum amount of yield.
You're not getting what you pay for anymore when you buy these things.
No, and Dead Space, they do say that the remake will be an microtransaction-free, complete experience, and that's cool and that's great, and I hope that's true. Yeah, but you know
what it's going to cost when it comes out? Probably $100.
I mean, I doubt that. I think it'll cost $70. Because that's just the standard price for games now, but it's still a lot.
I mean, they made The Sims 4 when it came out $100.
Yeah, the deluxe edition.
The limited edition, but
yeah, but the base edition wasn't. You're right, there probably will be a limited edition.
That's gonna be $100, yeah.
And I would argue that on your train of thought, the limited edition probably should just be the base edition. This may be our last chance of
getting out of here alive, Isaac. There's an asteroid loaded up in the mining bay waiting to be smelted. If you attach the SOS beacon to it, you can launch it away from the ship to make a clean broadcast. The beacon's on the maintenance subdeck. You can launch the asteroid from the control room. Damn, the control room is locked. It looks like they keep an emergency access key on the processing subdeck. Couldn't be easy, could it? I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to take a lot.
Oh, well, Kendra can take it in the butt.
Okay, alright. Well, that's probably what that, doctor wants to do. He's like, it's so beautiful. Your butthole. It would make the perfect incubator for a necromorph.
Ew!
You know it's true.
Ew!
Open your butthole. Open it.
Kendra's closing it.
Open it now.
She's taking a needle and thread and sewing her butthole closed.
Didn't those ports that they were closing in the air shafts in Alien, didn't those look kind of like a butthole?
Yeah, they did. They did look a lot like a butthole. I kind of thought that when we were watching the movie.
Jill watched Alien for the first time ever today, and I was very focused on the game when we started, but yes, I do think this game was heavily inspired by Alien. I think that most outer space horror has been heavily inspired by Alien, actually, and in a good way, but, you know, this game, Alien Isolation, stuff like that, I really wish there were more horror games in space like this that were based partially off of Alien. I'll come back to the bench in a second.
Aliens are scary.
That original movie and Alien 2, they're both so fantastic, and they really set a high bar for, I guess, what outer space horror can be. You know, you even... What is...
I'd love to see, like, a horror game set on a completely different planet, too, where, like, your spaceship kind of crashes on a planet or something, and, it's probably, like, a post-apocalyptic version of said planet with these, like, monsters running around that aren't...
You want Subnautica?
No, not Subnautica.
I'm just kidding.
Because that's completely different. I'm saying, like... Kind of like if there was a zombie apocalypse on Earth, but something like that afflicted an alien race, like a sickness that kind of made them go rabid, and you happened to crash on that planet during said apocalypse. You know, so you'd meet nice aliens who were sentient and, for the most part, not going to kill you, probably. And you'd also run into aliens who, like, were vicious and ready to kill.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. I don't... it's kind of hard. The more characters you run into in a horror game, the harder it is to make it scary. But it's not like you can't. It's just that, you know, it becomes a little more complicated. Capacity is...
I just thought it would be kind of cool to have something like that where you could explore kind of like a free roam, this sort of planet. But it also has a main story, you know, and it's horror-based.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really cool. I think that horror, I guess horror in games, not that it's not made, but it's not really explored enough. A lot of horror is indie, and not that that makes it bad, but there is only so much you can do with indie games because of just the large cost of video game development. It's huge.
And lack of funds and such.
Yeah, it's impossible. I'm going to sell one of these Ripper Blade things.
Okay.
And I'm going to sell one other thing because I want to have enough to get, what do you call it? Power Node.
I want to mention, earlier when I was talking about the Sims 4 Limited Edition being $100, the Limited Edition doesn't really have anything more to it than the normal edition. You know what it has in it? It has these little lights that are shaped like plumb bobs, which is a little diamond for the Sims. Mm-hmm. And you only get them in your game if you have the Sims 3 expansion packs installed on your computer, and the Sims 4 detects that. So you have to have all of the Sims 4 expansion packs installed on your computer to have all of these little lights, and that's what the limited edition is. It pretty much, it just gives you that and maybe like a couple other things that I'm not sure about.
I accidentally backed out of that.
That's
that was
okay.
a
That's
mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of their limited editions don't add much. Battlefront was the same way, where it really added very, very little and was not worth it at all. It's a shame because they... so look at this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 lights on my back. When I get another health thing, will there be 6?
Who knows?
That's what I want to see. Also, I love how this game shows health. It's really unique.
It's very cool.
How it's actually just on you.
You can finish what you were trying to say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
You have 6 now.
Maybe. I thought there was already 6.
I thought there was 5. Thought you counted 5 before.
I had counted 6. But I couldn't tell if there was actually a 6th one when I did that because part of it was gone.
Bubba, you were in the middle of a sentence and then you got distracted by the health packs thing, and now I can't even remember what you were saying before.
Jill, I was in the middle of like 3 sentences during this Let's Play and you keep cutting me off usually, so it's almost not worth me trying to finish what I'm going to say. Either you or this bitch Kendra is going to cut me off.
I think you were talking about Battlefront having a really bad limited edition. That guy died.
The mining subdeck is offline for some reason, Isaac. I'll see if I can run a bypass.
Yeah, it just added nothing. It's not really that it was really bad. It added like a gun or something.
That's really lame.
I don't even remember what it added. It was so boring.
That's not worth the 30 extra bucks.
I don't even know how much extra bucks it was. Where does Kendra want me to go?
The mining area.